God is all we need. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. So God, please speak to me, reaching the next generation.
Bishop Jerome Jones, and I counted a real blessing to be able to share with you today and just to get you up to date to some exciting news. That's right. I'm really excited about what is taking place, and I want to give you a very personal and standard greetings an invitation to attend the upcoming webinar. I know that, we have sometimes have attended things in the past and they have not been what we have expected, but I want you to make sure you attend this webinar. This webinar on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Those of you that are, I'm going to try to move this down some. I've got a little bit too much here, and I'm going to try to move my screen in for those of you that are on my desktop feed. I'm just going to do a little bit of adjusting here. Now, I want to take time to really just give you this personal invitation. This is probably one of the most profitable and exciting opportunities that I have ever been a part of. And I want to encourage you, no matter what you do, no matter what you've been a part of in the past, you don't want to miss this webinar. You probably seen me sit here 100 times or more, 1,000 over the years. But I want you to take the opportunity now to benefit from what God has allowed me to come into. I'm just strictly telling you that God has allowed me to come into this. And I know it is to pass it on. Some of you may not even be in God that are watching this video. You're not even a child of God. But it's for you. It's for any individual. Everyone that has a business, everyone that has a church, everyone that has a home, and every individual. This is for you. And I'm not just saying that to build a hype. Listen, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be giving away some free gifts that has cash value. I'm going to be giving them away. And in order to get it, you have to send me an email at that address, and I should have had it somewhere on the screen. Don't know why I didn't get that one on there, but I'm not seeing my email address on there. But you'll need to send me an email address if you're gonna. Oh, it's on my cell phone feed. But if you're gonna come, you can come without sending me an email because it's open to the public. But if you're gonna get the free gifts that I'm giving away, you got to send me an email in advance, letting me know that you're going to be there. Now, these gifts have cash value. You'll be able to use them and get a tremendous benefit. Okay, they're not just tokens. Okay, so I want you to understand that somebody's going to walk away from this meeting, not just one, not just 3 or 4, not just 5 or 10, somebody's going to walk away from this meeting with with a gift that's going to save them money that they are already spending, or save them on a trip, or get a free vacation stay, totally free. As far as the room costs, it's free. If the room is $300 a night, you won't pay that $300. If it's $500 a night, you will not pay that $500. And this is not time sharing. This is not going to a sales meeting. This is simply you going to the hotel, enjoying your vacation, and not being bothered by anybody. I'm going to be giving those things out. I'm going to be giving people a restaurant discount savings card that will save you 20, 30, 40, and 50% off of your restaurant dining. Now, you know the saints of God and others go out to eat all the time. Usually after Sunday, that's where most churches fill up the restaurants, you know. Well, I'm going to be giving you, just think if you take 6 to 10 people out to dinner, just groups, and you're a pastor, you got 10, 12 people out to dinner. It happens all the time. It happens every Sunday. Just think now, the average meal is 25, 30 bucks that you're going to get a good meal. It's just, let's say with $20, and you got 10, 12 people, you're talking about $250 to $300. And just think if you can get now 50% off, or 20% off, 30% off. 30% off $300 is $90 you save in that one setting. Think of what you could do with that every month if you save just that $90 every month. I'm talking about things that changes your trajectory of your financial income. And all the things that I'm going to be talking to you about, every single one of them will benefit you. And I love that. I just love that. I'm telling you, God has allowed me to come into this to share it with you. Okay? To share it with you. So I'm going to be giving this webinar, and I'm going to talk all about it in the webinar. I'm going to go through it. I've already gotten over 60 people that have said through the link that I've got out there, said, I'm going to be there. You know, that's what they have to do. They have to see the event online, have to send me an email back saying I'll be there, and then I'll know that that's the person I got to provide a gift for, you know, or several gifts. Some people are going to leave out here with 2 or 3 gifts that's going to literally be a blessing. You know, summer is coming. People are going to be taking vacations. You're going to be traveling on the highway. You're going to be needing hotel rooms and stuff like that. And I'm talking about saying, okay, we can save you money on all of that. Some of you are going to be taking plane trips here and there, and we talking about we can save you money on all that. Some of you are going to be purchasing stuff simply from Amazon. We can save you money on the already low price that Amazon have. They don't have the prices we got. So I can save you money on all that stuff. You know, if you're going to spend the money anyway, why not save it? That's what I'm trying to get through to everyone's brain. You know, you're going to spend this money whether you see me or not. You know, if you're paying, for instance, you're paying your bills, right? And if you got to go pay your bills, and you say, well, I got to have $2,000 to pay my bills, you know, I am telling you that without you doing any work, at all, instead of paying $2,000, how would you feel if you only had to pay $1,500? Or if you only had to pay $1,200? And you could keep the other $800 in your pocket. How would that make you feel? You didn't have to do no work. You didn't have to talk to anybody, share it with nobody, do nothing. I'm talking about life-changing things for today. I'm not talking about getting to be a part of something and you got to wait 90 days or 6 months or a year before you start seeing any benefit. No, I'm talking about start it today, see the benefit today. Now you can say, well, I've heard this. I don't care what you've heard. I don't care how you've heard it. I don't care who you heard it from. I'm telling you today, you don't want to miss this webinar. Some of you've been listening to me, but you won't sign up. You just won't. You just won't. There's a claw on your brain. You know, if you're listening to me and you're paying bills and you don't sign up for this webinar, there's a claw on your brain. You may say, well, I don't see no claw. No, it's an invisible one to the natural eye, but to the spiritual eye, there's a claw on your thinking mentality. Because if you're spending $3,000 a month to pay bills, and someone comes along and says, wait a minute, without you changing anything, how would you feel if you only had to pay $2,000? Come on now. If you don't get that, then something's got your thinking capacity hostage. Now, what do I want from you today? I want you to say, Bishop Jones, I'm coming. Send me that email at my email address that says I'll be there. That's all. That's all I want you to do. And I want you to share it with your family members. I want you to share it with your sons and your daughters. I want you to share this with your moms and your dads. I want you to share this with your pastor. Because if you're a pastor and you got a church, I'm going to be talking about something on Sunday that you're going to want to hear. And don't tell me it's not God, because I'm not buying that at all. Don't tell me that God is not in that, because I'm not buying that at all. This is for you. This is for the body of Christ. And every child of God that drives a car, pays bills, ought to be exposed to this. You say, well, it must cost an arm and a leg. I'm telling you, absolutely not. And you're gonna say to me, well, Bishop Jones, I don't know if I can understand that. You don't have to understand this. There's one part that you have to understand. See, because I'm going to be straightforward with you, and I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to tell you the straightforward truth about it. And if you don't comprehend that, I might answer a few more of your questions. But I'm not going to waste my time now. Because you know why? Tell you why. It's very simple. If you're already spending $2,000, and I tell you you can have a 5-minute meeting with me today, and then after that meeting, instead of you paying $2,000, you only have to pay $1,500, or you only have to pay $1,200. And if you don't understand that, there's nothing else I need to tell you, because that what I just told you is just a little teeny bit of the big benefit that I can give you. You know what the problem is? Now let me show you something. Lord help us today. Let me show you why people are stuck like this. Let me show you why things like this can be right in front of you and you do nothing. Let me show you why. Can I just help you? Can I just show you why you're thinking the way you're thinking? Because I know. You probably saying, now he think he knows. I do know. I don't just think. I know why we think that way. See? I know we think that way because it's a case of what Jesus dealt with. You know what Jesus said in the scripture? He said he did not do many miracles there because of their unbelief. Now they had the miracle worker right there in front of them, but they couldn't get a miracle because they wouldn't allow themselves to believe. That's why people hear Bishop Jones and don't sign up. Hear Bishop Jones and they just chalk it off to, oh, well, I've seen that before, this or that. That's why people do that. And it's because many times people have their own preferences of what they will respond to, and that is based on who is presenting it. A lot of people got that preferences that if such and such person presented, I'll take it. But if he presented, I gotta wait on. I gotta take a wait and see approach. Listen, let me tell you something. If you had to do that by heaven, you'd miss heaven and end up in a lake of fire. You got to believe that you're going to heaven long before you get there. I'm telling you that I can show you, and I'm going to show many, how to reduce their bill. And you ain't gonna have to go talk to no creditors. You're not gonna have to go do all that kind of stuff. Nope. Nope. You're not gonna have to share no link with this one or invite this one. You don't have to invite nobody. I'm telling you, God has allowed me to come into this. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm such a brilliant brain I'm not going to do that. God has allowed me to come into this because I'm also a minister of finance. I said I am a minister of finance. I have an anointing to minister that. And it was given me by God. So guess what? You don't see me standing and parading up and down platforms talking about raising money, talking about trying to present myself as this or that, because as I said in the lesson this morning, anytime you have to prove who you are, you're not in the spirit. You're not. And if you can't handle people rejecting who you are, then you're not in the spirit. See? Because God is awesome. God will bring you face to face with opportunity that can change your life, but He's not going to force it on you. See? He's not going to do that. And He's not going to take an attitude toward you. God's not going to do that. So I'm trying to tell you that are in the church folk. See? I'm trying to tell you that God has made provision for you, but church folks would rather, it's only because they're ignorant of this, they would rather keep on paying $3,000 in bills every month than to sit down, listen to what I'm telling them, give it 10 minutes, and cut $1,000 every month off of their bills. They'd rather keep on doing what they're doing. That's church folks. That's just real. That's church folks. I've seen a lot of church folks in my years. That's just church folks. And church folks will do that because they need a special person to present it. They need their preference. See? And they'll lose. Do you know that's $12,000 you could save in 1 year and do so many other things without you having to sell anything, without you having to refer anybody to any website, without you having to try to make any money at all. You don't have to make one dime. I've been in this community a while. I'm not just in this community. I've been in the church community for about 60 years. I have seen a lot in the church world. But I'm telling you, Satan got his fingerprints on the thinking mentality of the sons of God. And we've got to change that. See? Now, on Sunday, I'm at 4 o'clock Central Time. Sunday at 4 o'clock Central Time, I'm going to be sharing with you a concept. I'm going to be sharing with you how you can do it. And you could get to be a part of it Sunday, and you can benefit off of it Sunday, Monday morning. And you don't have to sell nothing. You don't have to share the links with. You don't have to refer nobody. You don't have to do any of that. I came into this, right? I'm a living testimony. I have, I have insurance, so I came into it, and I had a bill that I was paying $232 every month for that one bill. I made a phone call. It took me 3 minutes at best, just long enough to give them my information. 10 minutes later, $232 bill had dropped to $111. That's a savings of $1,452 a year. That was a bill that I have to pay every month. I have to pay it every month. I'm going to pay it every month whether I get that reduced bill or not. I still got to pay it. Now, I could have continued to pay $232 every month and say, oh, I'm satisfied with what I got. See, I could have done that and just went on. Or I could have sat down, listened to what someone was telling me, and inside of 5 minutes, save $1,452. Not waiting 90 days or 6 months to do it, but the same day. Now, who is wise in that scenario? Who would be considered wise and who would be considered a fool? It would be a fool that had that opportunity and didn't do it. The wise person would say, okay, are you telling me that I could save $1,000+ and I don't have to sell nothing? I don't have to invite nobody to nothing. I don't have to do anything, and I don't have to negotiate anything with anybody. And you're telling me that that is what I can save off of the money that I already am spending. I'm going to spend the money paying the bill anyway. So why not get a lower price? That's exactly what I'm telling you. Now, there's some dear saints, I love you, but you're ignorant to a large degree. And you're ignorant because you're choosing to be ignorant. You know? And that's not healthy. We're living in a world where God is making it possible now so that we can stretch out even further, so that we can do more. The reason I'm so passionate about this, because I'm into supporting the poor and needy in nations around the world. Giving them clean drinking water, giving them food to eat, giving them housing, giving them college education, giving them health services. I'm into that right now, but I don't have enough money to do it. I don't have enough money to do it. And the saints, sometimes don't share that burden. Don't share that burden like that. Don't share. We all ought to share that burden, but all of us are not sharing that burden. And God has allowed me to come into this where I can save money that I have to spend on bills that I have to pay. So if I save money, then that means I have more money to give and help the mission. I have more money to reach further. I have more money to do the things that I need to do, that I'm ordained to do. I have more money to do it, and makes the work easier. If you're a pastor and you have a church that you head up, this can save you tens of thousands of dollars off your church ministry. If you have a business, this can save you $20,000+ off of your business. If you got a big business, it can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm not just trying to blow it up. I want you at the webinar Sunday at 4 o'clock Central Time. Now, there's been over 60 people already sent me messages back saying, I'll be there. That's what I'm asking everyone that wants to attend this meeting. I have a email. It is 4042 jjones@gmail.com. That's 4042 jjones@gmail.com. You send me an email there with the subject saying I'll be there, and then That'll put you on the list to get one or more of the free gifts that I'm giving away. Everybody that come that send me an email going to get a free gift that's have a cash value. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. This is eye-opening, and this will change your financial future. I haven't told you about the business part of it. You know why? Because you very ever see a program that you can come into the program, say nothing to anybody about it, don't refer anyone to it, don't make one dime from it, and yet save tens of thousands of dollars. You tell me when you've seen a program like that. Tell me when and what program have you seen that you can come into the program now, today, and tomorrow be done save thousands of dollars off of the bills that you are already under contract to pay, without you having to negotiate, without you having to give up something, without you having to change companies. Tell me when you have seen that. You have not seen. And then you don't have to sell nothing. You don't have to refer nobody. You don't have to invite nobody. You can come in here and sit down and be quiet and tell absolutely nobody anything and still save thousands of dollars. If you got a church, you can save tens of thousands. Business, tens of thousands. A homeowner, thousands of dollars. You know? An individual can save hundreds and thousands of dollars. That's just without making $1. That's without inviting one person. That's without sharing any links to anybody. You're hearing me right. When I tell you God has allowed me to come into this, I've spoken with him. Everything I do to the day I die is for the betterment of the body of Christ and the salvation of souls. See, so I don't take this and just hold it. And I'm not trying to get to be no big shot, millionaires and all that stuff. I will be because of what this does. God has given me a millionaire couple. They are multimillionaires. That's who they are. Christian people. People that love God. People that just they love God now. They'll if you do anything unethical, you cut off. They're not tolerating that. And I love that because I don't have time for scandalous stuff. But they are mentoring me. They are mentoring me, and that's just an act of God. I've been around online businesses and services for more than 35 years. Never have there been a program that I've seen like this one. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this webinar. Listen, you can, I've got some links there. Those of you that see the links to the webinar is right here. It's at jeromejones459.mywebex.com/meet JJ Cell 1972. That's the link right there that'll get you to the webinar on Sunday. And you can set up also a one-on-one meeting with me. If you want to do that, I put my calendar link on this page that's on from my laptop, and that is where you can click that link, type it into your browser. It'll bring you to a calendar, and you can set a one-on-one with me. And I'll go over it with you, just a short going over of it with you to answer your questions. I can't for the life of me understand why anyone would want you to sit down and just gruel through all of the aspects of the program when the first thing you're telling that person is that you could start today and save money right now. Isn't that enough to get your attention? You can start today and save money today. If somebody knocks on your door and says, "Ma'am or sir, I know you're paying $1,500 for this, but as of now you can pay $1,000." Isn't that enough to get your attention? And you may be asking yourself, "Well, Bishop Jones, what do I have to do to get that?" What do I have to do to get that? You need to get a membership. What is the membership cost? It starts at $20. That's what it costs. So what are you doing? Today, as I speak to you, I made a $20 payment. Now just think, if I pay $20 every month for a year, how much have I paid over the course of a year? See, math don't lie. If I pay $20 a month for every month for a year, I will have paid $240 that whole year. Now, set that $240 over here. But now in one program, I save $1,452. That means I already have $12 profit from one program. On health insurance, save up to 40% on health insurance. On things I buy every day, save on gas, I save on groceries, I save on clothes, I save on internet bills, on all of these things I'm saving. So at the end of the year, I've saved $15,000. What did it cost me? It cost me $240 over the course of 1 year to save $20,000. And I haven't sold nothing. I haven't shared no links. I haven't invited anybody. If I was to do those things, the sky is the limit to what you can earn, right from anywhere in the world, from your home, from your car, from the restaurant, from anywhere in the world. You know, people see a good movie and they go tell people about it, and they don't get paid for it. Why don't you start getting paid for advertising somebody else's business? And better yet, stop advertising somebody else's business and advertise your own. Somebody want to buy something from Amazon, you'll have a full Amazon suite and you don't have to build nothing. Somebody want to buy something from Best Buy, you'll be able to do it. You won't have to do that. Somebody want to buy anything, you'll be able to do it. Advertise your own business and get paid for it. You know, somebody go find a good restaurant that's got that favorite fish or that favorite seafood dish that they love. You know, they don't keep it silent. What they do, they just go telling people. It's a natural instinct among us. That's what we do. Why not get paid to do that? Because that's all you have to do to make all kinds of income now. I am so thankful that this is, and I want to implore you to make sure you don't miss this webinar. I have only shared with you that much. That's all. That little bit. What I'm talking about is way out here. Okay? I've only shared with you that much. Okay? But if you attend this webinar Sunday, get everything quiet. Call up your sons, call up your daughters, your high school, or your college children, get them. Some of you are paying for your children's college. You need to put them onto this because it doesn't take anything from some of your children are struggling to pay for their books and pay for their room and board. They wouldn't do that if they just get acquainted with this. You know why? Because what I love about this is that it doesn't take you away from your work. It doesn't occupy your time. In fact, it frees you up to do more with your time. I am so thankful and I'm excited about this. So I'm just not, when you come to the webinar, I'm going to sit right back just like I am now, and I'm going to lay it all out, and I'm going to go from point A to point B, C, D, E, F, and I'm going to go all the way through G. What does that mean? I'm not going to leave anything out because there's not going to be anything that you have to figure out. You'll be able to leave this webinar with the ability right then that changes your life and the life of your family. So call up your friends. That person is working with you on the job. Tell them, so look, come go with me to the webinar. They will kiss you for it. That's a holy kiss. And they will thank you for it. They'll say, "Oh, I'm so glad you invited me to come. Don't do this and keep it to yourself. No, tell them to just come. It's not going to cost you nothing to come see. It don't cost you nothing. This is why I don't understand the saints of God. I mean, we have the Holy Ghost in us. How is it that we can't discern this? Come on now. How is it? See, this is a true testament to your walk in the Spirit. Because if you can't discern this, how are you going to discern anything else? I told you, Satan got his fingerprints on the mental capacity, thinking capacity of the sons of God. Yeah, he do. That's just real. See? Because saints will hear this and keep on going. Saints of God that need money in their ministry. Sometimes God says, "Are you kidding me? Why are you praying to me about that? I done made a way for you." See? But Satan got his fingerprints on the mental thinking capacity of our mind. And I'm here to tell you that if you dare just say, "Oh, what do I have to lose by just tuning in, investing an hour to find out if I can save thousands and tens of thousands of dollars off of the money that I'm already spending." Not money that you're going to spend in the future for new things, but I'm talking about money that you got to pay. You got to pay that bill right now. You got to pay it every month. Why not come and listen and learn how you can be a part of a body of people that enables you to save thousands of dollars and keep more of your money in your pocket so that you can work ministry better, so that you can help the homeless, so you can feed the hungry. See? If you keep paying all your money out, then you run out of the ability to help others. I'm going to stop right there. I believe that this is enough. This is enough. My email address is 4042jjones@gmail.com. Send me an email at that address and put in the subject, "I'll be there." Then after you do that, send me a text message at 713-306-9268. Now listen, you gotta send me the email and then send me the text message. And when you have done that, you will be put on my list of those individuals that will receive at least one of these gifts that I'm giving away. These are cash valued gifts. In other words, they are things that will save you cash right now. Big cash. Because if you don't have this, you're going to go and spend more money because you're already spending the money. I'm not talking about money that you are not spending. I'm talking about you are already spending the money, and when you get this, you're going to get the same thing that you already are getting. You're just going to pay less for it. So I want you to, again, send me an email at 4042jjones@gmail.com, and then put in the subject, "I'll be there," and then send me a text message at 713-306-9268 with the message, "I'll be there." The link to the webinar is on the screen. You can write that link down. That's the link that the meeting will be held, where the meeting will be held online. And all you need to do is click that link and it'll bring you into the meeting room. We're going to start at 4 o'clock Central Time. So those of you that are over in Africa, and those of you that are in Uganda, those of you that are in Nigeria, those of you that are coming in from Kenya, those of you that are in Pakistan, check your local time zone so that you'll know when it is 4 o'clock Central Time in America. Okay? 4 o'clock Central Time in America may be 10 o'clock at night where you are, or maybe 6 in the morning where you are. You have to check that, and you could get that from Alexa. What time would it be here when it is 4 p.m. Central Time in America? And they'll tell you. And if they say your time is 8 in the morning there, then at 8 o'clock in the morning there, you click on that link to the meeting and you'll come into a live meeting. Same thing for anyone, anywhere in the world. Now, the program that I'm going to be sharing with you is already in 228 countries. There are thousands and tens of thousands of people already benefiting, already enjoying it. So I'm just telling you, I'm so thankful that God has allowed me to come into this, because I've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars in online businesses before and didn't get nowhere near the success that it was promised, and to get into a business where I don't even have to do any of the business and still save tens of thousands of dollars. You haven't seen that like this. So you owe it to yourself to meet me in the webinar. You owe it to yourself. Now, I'm going to be taking a group that attend the webinar, and I'm going to be mentoring them personally and giving them some added benefit that's going to blow their outfit up. And I'm telling you, I can do that. I'm just telling you straight up, I can do that. Whatever you're thinking on doing, I could give you some added benefit that will blow your operation up seemingly overnight. So you don't want to forsake this. I do want to say, for those of you that come and want to do the business, you can. And I try to tell everybody, the business is going to be what is going to be available to everybody. But this is not those get rich quick schemey stuff. No. But at the same time, you can get wealthy quick here. Okay? You will see, and you'll be blown away at the potential of wealth that you can get here. And it still doesn't occupy your time and hold you hostage to, where you can't enjoy your families, or you can't work your ministry, or you can't. No, this is going to work for you in a way to create more free time. And the other thing about, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can retire with this in 5 years. I'm talking about something bigger than you probably got in your mind. So meet me where? At the webinar. When? Sunday? What's the time? 4 o'clock Central Time. 4 p.m. Sunday. And the date is March the 26th. Well, that's all. I'm Bishop Jerome Jones, and I am saying to viewers here and around the world, if you go with God, I know God will surely go with you. And until the next time, you do not by all means have yourself a Jesus-filled day. Goodbye.